Hey, welcome to this stream. And this is kind of an impromptu thing. I know I know there wasn't a bunch of noise here, but if I get some thumbs up, just make sure you guys got my audio. Make sure I get everything going good here. That'd be awesome. Gonna look over here at the stuff. Nice shirt. Well, I guess you can tell me, right? Nice shirt. Yeah. Audio good. Don't want to be talking to myself for a half hour or so. Good. All right. Awesome. So, hey, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining. I know there's a little bit of notice on this one, and my camera's kind of moved around a little bit, but I'm standing up because I'm so excited about the package I got today. That package is right here. It also has said graphic on it with the KB3D, and this is kind of a combination of skill sets, some stuff I did, some stuff that Chris did over on his side, and I told Chris I did not want photos of it, I didn't want pictures, I want nothing of it until I received it, and I also told him that I didn't want to open it all alone. So this afternoon I was like, what do I do? He's like, you could sneak a peek, and I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't sneak a peek. I either do something or I don't do something. I was like, well, maybe I'll record a video and I'll just record it, and then basically that recording will be of me opening it as part of my frame rebuild for the form bar rebuild. But I decided, you know what, let's just ball it out. Let's open the package live. Let's do a live stream, only a couple hours notice and whatnot, and just put a bunch of stuff out there. Did a little quick short out there, put out some stuff on the Twitterverse or the Xverse, whatever you want to call it now, and a couple other things, a couple of people on Discord and stuff like that. So I'm glad you made it. I can't even talk, I'm so excited. But yeah, so really excited about this. So I'm gonna say hello to a few people. Let's see, we have, well, of course, we got Chris from KB3D. Everybody say hello to Chris, because Chris is the main portion of this. I also see Max. Max, I'm glad you made it, buddy. Let's see, Poor Boy Channel is here. Awesome. Nuno is here. Welcome, welcome. Renee is here. Awesome, thank you. Nice to see you, Renee. Heather Lynn is here again, so we got that. Midlife Chaos. Talk about it. Jose Fierro was here before me, so I don't know, maybe next time you should start to show off, right? Maybe some stand-up comedy from Jose Fierro before I come on, a little warmer upper, right? What else we got? Who else is here? Bob. Bob is here. Awesome. Nice to see you again, Bob. Shaw Dell 3D is here as well. Let's see here. Awesome store. Thank you. Can't wait to see the panels. Chuck is here. He can't wait to see the panels. That makes two of us at least. I don't know about the others. The only person right now that has seen these panels, as far as I know, is Chris from KB3D. So Chris, do you have anything you want to type in the chat? I'll go ahead and read it out for the folks that aren't reading the chat. But if you got anything you want to say about this this particular product that you manufacture in-house, go ahead and type it in. I'm going to read it. You guys can read it as well, but I'll read it out loud so people can see it. But I want Chris to kind of say something here, and I'm also going to give Chris an opportunity when we're actually putting the panels on the printer to talk about it a little bit too. But so excited, so excited. I just want to see that they aren't broken. Well, the package is completely intact, so nothing wrong there. I did put the dead cat back on the microphone because for some reason my bulging biceps and whatnot are causing the mic to go out when I touch it wrong. So hopefully this helps out with that a little bit, because I don't want to have horrible audio. They say audio is more important than video on YouTube, so yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Dad jokes are always welcome. Kevin isn't all that great at them. Kirby isn't all that great at them. He needs some material. Yes, I need some material. All right. So Chris didn't say much. He just wants to see if they're not broken. So let's open up an Amazon package. Yes. Let's open this up first. This is a warmer-upper. I got to tell you, wow, these are not fair as well as your panels did, Chris, in getting here. But I'm really digging this Paramount stuff. I got nothing to do with Paramount, but I am digging their filament. And I'm going to look at the comments here real quick again before I start opening this. And what do you guys want? You guys want the side view, or do you want the upper view camera? You want a top-down type thing or the side? You guys let me know if you have an opinion. Let's see here. Good evening all from Sid. Sid, how are we doing tonight? Awesome. Start with the top-down. Awesome. Good wink. We'll do that. First one to say is the first one that gets to play. All right, guys. So here we go. And yeah, so we have the magical razor blade, and Chris, I should go ahead and just dig this in as deep as possible, right? That's the way this goes. I think at this point, Chris has the most work into this, so he would probably shed the most tears if I went ahead and scratched them all up. So we did the sides first. Gonna lift it up while I do this, and hopefully not cut myself. I'm not known for being overly accident prone. Yep, so there we go. And let's see here, no worries. Yep, okay. All right. This isn't gonna be a super long stream tonight, but I didn't want to do this alone. I wanted to share this, so we're halfway there. Time for the big moment, yes. Yeah. All right, so you can't see much yet, which is cool. You know, we got to do this a little. I have no skill set when it comes to unveilings and unboxings and stuff. I'm not one of those guys. But let's start off with our gantry backers. So that's a nice package there, Chris. Titanium versus metal, FETI, size 300. The first gantry backers I got from Chris did not come in that type of box. They did come in this type of foam though, but yeah, I got my gantry backers for the printer. Chris didn't send these off on the original package stuff that he had sent over. So yeah, so just a quick note while I'm doing this, everything with the exception of the applique and the printing of these panels was paid for. Chris donated the graphics printing and the application of the graphics to the channel. So I thank you very much for that. So let's see here. Is any other question? Big time moment. Ta-da. Nope, not ta-da yet. We can't do it like that. Seems like you should have some club music playing. Okay, well, I don't know. I used to have more exciting music, but people complained about that. People complained about my transitions. You know what? You guys stop complaining. So I just want to take a quick moment and say hello. So everybody's waiting. This is me being a little bit of a dink. I can kind of see the graphic underneath this. Super excited. Super excited. All right. Ready? Give me a 3, 2, 1 or something. Yeah, drum roll. That's a good one. Jose, thank you. People complain about everything. Yes, that's true. Poor boy, you would know. 3. Renee. Somebody give me a 2. Anybody give me a 2. Nuno's got a 2. Let's get a 1. Oh, so it's got info and two. You guys are all over the place. Who taught you how to count? All right. Ta-da! Who did that? Oh man! What is that, Chris? Oh man! That's why you wanted the overhead. That's why you wanted to start the overhead. Oh man. Oh, jeez. Oh man. I'll get you back. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna fly out to Ohio. I'm gonna skip the East Coast Rap Festival. I'm gonna fly out to Ohio the day before you come back. Yeah. All right. So this handsome gentleman on these panels. Let me see here. Yeah. All right. Nice job. Awesome. Make sure to film playback. Yes. Thank you. All you're doing. Hit the like button. Yeah. Thank you, Streambot. Yeah, Chris, awesome. Awesome, buddy. All right. So, all joking aside, ooh, I like that vinyl, by the way, Chris. That's me. I get to keep this too. Put this up here. It's gonna kind of stick up there. All right, guys. So. I'm not laughing anymore, but just the reveal I was hoping for. Awesome. All right, so this right here, as you may or may not be able to tell at this point, is our front door panels, and it kind of alludes to, get rid of this stuff. Gotta make sure there's nothing else hidden in here. Any pictures of me when I was 6 years old, peeing off a back balcony or something. So this is the front panels. Now, what's cool here, I already know about this because, like I said, I was working with Chris, but I haven't seen these panels. Now, I'm telling you right now, the graphics came out awesome. I was worried about the how they would look, because sometimes when you go from a computer screen to a print, and depending on the printer, you lose a lot of things. And I know you guys aren't picking this up on camera, but let me bring it up a little bit here. And it's still kind of hard to see, but you can see this background texture that we did, the octagons with the Voron Z insignia on them, and the super on the door, which basically is a clear window. So when the printer is closed, even though this is a blacked out printer, what you're going to wind up seeing is you'll be able to see through the window of the Super Voron to look into it, but still have a blacked out printer. So that is awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. This right here, I believe would be a top panel. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Yep. So diamond shaped window. Yes, it's a diamond shaped window. A look through, kind of a looking glass. So we have our top facing window. A little bit of air in that. We'll get rid of that. And so here is the top panel on there. Oh man, this next panel coming up. Give you a quick. I'm gonna give you a quick shot. Catch that? It's pretty cool. All right, so top panel here again with the very, very, very muted, or is this a side panel? I forget. Maybe top and side. I don't remember. I don't even remember what I gave you, Chris. But basically, these have a vignette on them. And I can't do everybody's graphics, but I am willing to help out a little bit. Chris is actually working. He didn't mention it, even though I gave him the opportunity. Chris is actually working on coming out with some templates for some different printers. I don't know what he's going to start with, but basically some templates so people can do some graphics, send it in to him, and then basically get something similar to this with a lot less effort, a lot less work. So, all right, so there we go. We got that right there. And now we have our side panels, which are just plain awesome. So I was going to go way complicated on this, and I got kind of talked myself off the ledge. We talked about doing some blacked out plastic, and then basically doing some clear on the sides here, and then the inside color from the stealth burner, and whatever else inside of the printer would basically allow for whatever color it is to come through these and kind of glow. But I basically went past all that, decided to do our own glow effect to make it more uniform, make it look nice. Again, this is a blacked out printer. The graphics are going to be all over it. I'm going to do a kind of a pseudo setup here while I'm chatting with you guys in a few moments on the printer with a little bit of masking tape, just so you guys can see what that's going to look like. It's kind of a way fast forward from where we are right now. So all right, here's the other one. Yep, that's awesome. Okay, so that's our left and right panels. And now we have, actually, let me look at comments and questions real quick. Looks great. Super Voron, great idea. Do that is awesome. I'll have an over laminate for UV and scratch protection. Awesome, thank you. Yes, these are beta run, the upcoming release. You can upload your own graphics from machine, personalization, character. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, you never know when you're gonna have a lot of UV issues with your printer. Joke, joke. Scratch resistance, definitely something you want though. And that's actually something I wanna, so that's like one of my biggest problems I have with my printers in general, and I've actually gone to the extent of thinking about buying glass, like panes of glass to put on the printer, is no matter how well you try to upkeep your printer, if you're cleaning it with even microfiber, eventually they start to get some micro scratches in them. So that's another thing that this kind of gets out of, is not having to deal with that type of thing. It's nice to have clear panels you can see on the inside of your printer, but really, do you really care about anything other than the front view? And if you're gonna work on the printer, you're pretty much gonna take your panels off anyways. You're gonna put some quick clips on there and pull the panels off. So awesome, thanks Chris. Let's change the view a little bit. Let's see here. Now for the pièce à résistance. I don't know about that. Pen went from your face to a neat and... Oh, did it? Cool. Both acrylic and PC are easy to scratch. These will be very hardy. Yes. Yeah. Actually, polycarbonate, is my understanding, can scratch easier than acrylic. From building arcade machines. Okay, so we have our ACM panel for the bottom of the printer. Yeah, bottom. Yeah, that's nice. And those are also from Chris. Obviously, this comes from Chris. But if you're not familiar, an ACM panel is basically aluminum with a plastic center, which, for the biggest thing, is makes it very rigid. It's not going to warm up and then start to get all wonky. Wonky is a trade word, so if you're not familiar with it, you can look it up. Yeah, it's a very important trade word. And what I'm going to do, this printer's a little dirty, but we're going to do it anyways, is that wonkiness that I was talking about a second ago is right here. This is the wonky. Again, this printer has about 1,500 or so hours on it, but this panel has wonkied up, and yeah, you can put clips on there, you can make it look better and stuff like that, but why deal with all that if you can do an ACM panel? So yeah, let's see here. Composite, yes, it is a composite. Chris won't call the new graphics KB3Ds. I think KB4 head idea. Okay. Renee, hey buddy, thank you, I appreciate that. Still think the black plate should have some cutout with red lines on the back, in the back. Why? Anyways, all right, this is the back. This is the back of the printer. So let's unravel that. This is the inside back, which is completely with the honeycomb effect on here in red, as opposed to the darker on the top. So it's basically the same as this, being the top, this being the back. No vignette on this, but basically that's going to be on the back side. So when you look in the printer, you're going to be staring at that bad boy. Very, very nice. And finally, we got our bottom plate for the printer, another ACM panel. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so not quite done yet. I said I was going to give you kind of a little bit of a mock-up, so maybe you guys got some things to talk about real quick or anything like that. So hey, throw it up there in the chat if you do. I don't want to make this the world's quickest live, but I never planned on it being a long one. But let's see if we can kind of do a quick little mock-up of what this is going to look like. And you guys are the only ones as of right now to see this. I just need to find some masking tape. It's electrical tape. Where is my masking tape? Masking tape. Stand by. Masking tape. All right. And slide this over a little bit. All right, what you guys got going on over here? That's pretty sweet. Thank you, Happy. Nuno retracted a message. Was it that bad? Regardless, that thing's going to be sick. Nice. Bill's going to look awesome sauce. Yes. That's awesome, Chris. Yes. So as I'm throwing these panels on here on a temporary basis, a big credits and thank yous go to Chris. And if you guys aren't familiar with Chris's website, KB3D.com, if you haven't been there, please do go there. One thing I will say for Chris, on Chris's behalf, an actual more of a request on my behalf than Chris's behalf, but I really wish you'd get some more done with the wiki that you have going, because that wiki that you started is pretty awesome. So that's my one KB3D complaint. Do some work on the wiki. Let's see, one side is matte, one is glossy. It is? Let's see here. Receive a box from KB3 today with tools, parts, wire for building JST wires and other stuff. Thanks, KB3D. Awesome. See, everybody already knows Chris. It's like that Chris Rock show back in the 90s. Everyone hates Chris. This is like the opposite version. It's the anti version of that. So everybody loves Chris. And hopefully, I don't think we got an issue here. Just put a little masking tape on this. It's gonna be the world's ugliest mock-up, but hopefully you guys will forgive me. It's part of the only reason I haven't pulled apart this frame so far. Focus. Part of the reason why I haven't done the frame pull apart yet was because I wanted to have something to put these on. I wasn't about to stick them to the Ulti bib, which is going to be renamed the Minion, because face it, Woody was right way back when he called it the Minion, because it looks like a minion. You know what? Since these are Chemcast, I'm gonna pull this off so we can get the full effect on this. Let's see here. Here's like my 3D printer Amazon. Get stuff here in 2 days. Yeah, I get stuff in about 2 days too. I think Chris shipped this 2 days ago. I knew it was coming. Actually, watch it. I kept on sending him updates on where it was. Not that he couldn't look himself, but he probably wasn't as excited as I was. Won't hold it against him. Let's see here. The Wookiee has a lot in progress. Still good ones on the way. Yes. It's going to look good. I agree, poor boy. I was... One of the only reasons I actually did this is some of the, or a lot of the comments I wound up receiving about the last build we did had to do with the styling of it. And I've never been one, or originally I was never one to really care much about the styling of a printer, because it's a tool. But I didn't realize how cool you can make them, right? So I'm gonna line these up a little bit. I'm gonna throw some tape on them. And then we're gonna put these on. Let's see what else we got here. It looks so good. There's a lot of reflection from the camera. It hides some detail. Yeah, I agree. It's hard with lighting. I'm not a studio or anything, so I will say at KB3D store, I don't pay for the fast shipping because it's product extremely quick. I agree with that. It's all about the fashion. I can print with an ender. That is true. You can print with an ender. I printed all my first Voron parts with an ender. Well, most of them. Hey, and Renee, just so you know, I'm going to hit you back on your question. I just need some clarification. I don't know if you emailed me yet back, but I will. But all right, these are almost ready to put on. So the blackout idea, just so everybody knows, so I can give credit where credit is due, was Chris's idea. Chris actually brought a blacked out printer to the last Rep Rap Festival. I believe you did, right, Chris? Is that correct? I know you sent me a picture of it, and I could have sworn it's where it was, but that's where that came from. So I was excited when I saw that. What's the best way I can do this? Hey, you guys can kind of see it now. So, if you guys can picture a stealth burner with similar red and grays and things like that on the inside, of course, with I just dropped a Nomi. Maybe like a darkish red hue on the inside there with the lighting. The lighting on the inside, this is going to be all addressable, multi WRGBs. So we're going to be able to basically give it some ambiance, you know. So that's the front. Yes, the little VO, that's the one I'm talking about. It was blacked out, it was pretty cool. Yeah, with lights on the inside, it'd be great. And it's funny part is I've been playing with ESP32s in something called WLED to do lighting, and I could have brought it down here, but I didn't. It's actually upstairs in my kitchen because I want to show the kids. But okay, so that's the front, right? There's what the sides look like, and you don't need to see the back because you don't. The top you can't really see right now, but I can tell you it looks pretty awesome. And then let's take a look on the inside, because it's what's on the inside that counts, right? These doors are probably going to fall off when they do this. But let's try. All right, so assume you open up the door and you don't break everything in the process. And you look inside, you're gonna get that cool honeycomb Voron. And again, I dropped that Nomi again. Leave that out. It's going to match pretty well with the red that is on these parts. So parts, I decided, I know that I had some comment sections up there on the YouTube channel as to what colors to go with. So I have my Galaxy Black, which, not Galaxy Black. Galaxy Black is not black. This is a speckled black, we'll call it that, from Sparta 3D. I really do like this. But because of where I went with this in the grays and the darker reds and kind of that anti-Superman, or what's the anti-Superman? The bad Superman type of thing. Anyways, so this darker gunmetal gray with this rust red, I don't know how it comes off on camera, but it looks really, really good with the print. And so I think this is the color scheme we're going with, basically, is going to be like that. And I'm really excited about that. So yeah, Awesome. All right, what do we got for comments here? Let's see. Lights on the inside would be great. I 100% agree. Black and red always in fashion. Yes, that is true. You put a lot of thought in this one. Well, I'm plumb out. Sick, all I can say about that. Cool. Great look. That's awesome. Looks awesome. I appreciate you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys coming. And now I have a mask I can wear when I'm not feeling so great. Chris, more so than the panels, I appreciate the joke. And that was pretty good. Yeah, that teaches me not to put my face on the internet, right? I think I would have learned by now. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. So you know what we should do? Chris, whoever orders one of these kits from you, you should send them a little sticker with my face on it. It'll be the Kerm kit. You know, we'll brand this or something, right? You can give me like 35 cents. Maybe. Oh, man. It's a good picture at least. Yeah, it was I was using an app. One of those cartoon-size yourself apps. So it was kind of a neat thing. I was just playing with it. I almost kind of sort of forgot it was up there like that, but I've played with that heading a couple times. That's the heading on my YouTube channel, if you guys don't know. That man Mutt, how we doing? Glad you came. You're a little bit late. We already looked at all the graphics and everything like that, but I'll give it another spin real quick. I don't know how long you've been here. Basically, it's a complete blackout kit with custom graphics, Voron graphics all the way around. And the doors almost work with my special patented masking tape. So basically a window on the front. If you didn't see it before, if you're just showing up now, blackout side panels with special Super Voron logo that I designed. Yeah. Speaking of which, on these graphics, on this design, Chris has a copy of all these, and I've told him to feel free if anybody contacts him and is looking for these same graphics to go ahead, and they're free for you guys all to have. They didn't take a ton of time, but hopefully you guys appreciate that if you do like these graphics and you want to do something like that. I'm also going to put them on my GitHub eventually. A little bit of a couple of things that we want to mention. On the last build I did, a lot of people were asking for a full parts list, which I never came up with because a lot of it was random ordering things, and I didn't really want to take the time to compile a list. On this one, what I've done is I've started a Google Sheet, which I'll make available at some point. Yeah. Anybody got any questions? I mean, I don't want to make this super short, but you know, half hour or so is not too bad, right? The current package deal, that is right, Renee. I agree. Just got here, was working, looks so good. Holy crap. Yep. I'd give it another spin, but I'm a random orderer too. Yep. What tends to happen is, you know, here's the thing with these printers is when you start building it, if you start building a printer today, you start building a Voron 2.4 350 R2 today, not only will there be things that you'll find out or you'll find between now and when you start your build or when you get 10% through your build, but there's going to be 30 mods, and of those 30, 3 of them might be good and 1 of them might be something you definitely want to do. So, you know, it's hard to come up with a stack list. That's why I give props to you know, LDO and the other manufacturers that make kits. Sometimes I'm not a full-fledged fan of the way they do some of those things, but it's difficult to source things for the masses. Yep. Anyways, for people that haven't seen, this is my bed. Chris also does this. Does this. This one's a little dusty. Been sitting in the corner. This is my second one, and if you can't see that, there we go. That is basically, and I don't know if Chris is willing to do this more, if this was a pain in the butt, but I had this idea. I said, hey, could you laser etch a logo on the bed? And if I did, would it still work? And he said, well, I'll try. And he did, and it worked, and it doesn't impact printing. It's just kind of a neat thing I have on there. I bought a couple of them. Now this one has the logo on one side. It almost hit me. Logo on one side, no logo on the other side, so I can easily just basically print on the other side and for show and tell, put my logo up there. And if you want to, you could probably do something that matches your printer. So yeah, here's what it comes down to. The custom stuff, you know, there's probably a half dozen or so readily available in the States, 3D printer guys that sell all the stuff you need to build a printer. Outside of that, you know, you guys got places out in Europe, you guys got places down in Australia, there's places in Canada, there's places all around the world. But, and I'm just taking this, if you don't know, this is me thanking Chris, by the way. There's not a lot of guys out there that sell this stuff at reasonable prices, willing to answer questions to you, and on top of all that, willing to work with you to design and build something that's not straight out of the box. A lot of these places sell LDO kits, and then they sell pieces and parts to repair or maybe modify, make a little bit better of a printer. I've had nothing but positive experience with Chris, and you know, specifically doing this custom stuff. So Chris, huge thank you to you one more time for ending the stream. And hopefully if anybody's looking for anything, you guys do contact Chris. I'm gonna throw up a link to his website real quick if you don't know it. It's pretty simple. It's KB3D. Chris has, let's see, Chris is on the Voron Discord. If you go in there under the vendors, he's on the First Layer Discord under vendors as well. He's available via email. You go to the website, there's a phone number. I've never called during normal business hours, East Coast time. I've never called the KB3D, called Chris and not gone a hold of him. Usually in 2, 3, 4 rings, he answers up the phone and we're having a chat. So Chris, again, huge thanks. And one last time, huge thanks to everybody that came out tonight to open this up with me. I didn't want to do it alone, and I didn't want to pop it out as a surprise, and I didn't want to be fake and look at it and kind of see what was going to happen before I did it with you guys, because I've said it before and I'll say it again, you guys kind of steer this channel as much, if not more than I do. So thank you to all of you as well. I'm gonna look at the comments one last time, and then we'll wind up shutting this one down. Let's see here. Just going to ask Chris if he did special orders. Of course Chris does special orders. This is all a special order. That man Mutt, yeah, almost done with 2.4 350, and all of a sudden new XOL, new machine CNC X gantry. Yep, you're 100% right. Actually, X gantry stuff, Chris doesn't really have any of those machine X gantry stuff or carbon fiber. I guess I'll leave it at that. He does have, I guess he likes to stick with tried and true stuff more than anything else. It's probably because he doesn't want to weigh himself down with customer service aspects of some of those parts that are maybe still in beta, you know, so that's what I'll say about that. Not in Australia, very limited here, but awesome that KB3D is able to send here, though. I can't imagine what shipping costs to do that. Yeah. So KB3 has so much stuff that is true. Thanks for the stream, Kern. Thank you, Jose, for being here. You were first here. Hopefully you're not first out, but I thank you too. Good night, everyone. Off to morning tea here. Sid, enjoy your morning tea. Take care, everyone. Shawdell, thank you for coming as well. Chris, again, thank you. We'll hit through the common line of everybody here. Max, if you're still here, thank you for coming. Max is building actually, I think Max is almost done building his print at this point. Renee, thank you for coming. Bob, thank you for coming. Let's see, Happy, I don't know who you are, but hopefully I see you again. Thank you for coming. Chris Neal, again, I'm not sure who you are, but hey, thank you for coming. Hopefully you stick around, maybe, you know, subscribe or something. Heather Lynn, thank you for coming. Nuno, always a pleasure. See here. Who else we got? Midlife Chaos. Very quiet, but thank you for coming. And if I missed you, I apologize, but I'll get you next time. So one last time, thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Gonna close this one off. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And soon, now that I got these panels in, I've confirmed my colors and everything like that, I will start printing heavy and hard. And next video coming out is actually going to not be a live stream video. I don't like doing build series videos in live stream because it's a little bit distracting. But next video is going to come out. We're going to rip apart this FormBot frame, see if we can make it square. Hopefully not. If not, you know who's going to be on speed dial? Chris. See you later.